All right, what's up everybody? It is Plastic Pimps, your friendly neighborhood toy collector and reminiscer of the past. And it is 5:30 in the afternoon, and we are going to just take a little drive through the Lake Estates. And my girlfriend thinks that's funny for some reason. I should swing the camera over there and show her. That'll stop her laughing. So we're just going to take a drive through the Lake Estates and see what's going on in the Lake Estates. This is Highway 315 that we're at, and this is one entrance to the Lake Estates, and we're going to drive all the way over to the Highway 20 entrance exit of the Lake Estates. And this is the Exxon station. There are Exxon stations at both the entrances of the Lake Estates. So got a giggle bug over here. It can't stop laughing, and yet she doesn't want to be on camera. So this is a long drive. This will probably be about 20 minutes, but there is beautiful lakes and beautiful views of lakes that are more open than the Lake Ida on Highway 20. So, you know, I do not know the name of this lake, but we'll try to get a shot of it as we go around. There's a lot of houses, but you can still see the water. And wish I knew the name. I don't know the names of any of these lakes. That's a good shot right there. And like I said before, Interlachen is German for the land between the lakes, and we really do have a lot of lakes in Interlachen. It's like just lake after lake. So a lot of them are off the beaten path, so you won't see them unless you go off the main highway, but we do have a lot of them. And I'll chime in if there's anything interesting to add. Which there's probably not going to be a lot interesting to add, but it's just a big community with a lot of homes. But like I said, people love these driving videos, so as long as people keep watching them, I'll keep making them, I guess. I'm trying to build up an audience for when I do, you know, finally do what I want to do, which is kind of a mixed bag, potpourri kind of channel. I don't want to paint myself into a corner where it's like, oh, people only expect, you know, driving videos, or they only expect unboxing videos. I want to be able to do it all. So, and I think that I'm on my way. Now, coming up the road here piece, there was a story that made national news headlines, and I think it was around the year 2000, if I remember correctly, or it was in the early 2000s. Might have been the late 90s. I'm not positive. You could Google it if you wanted to. But there was a little boy who was killed by another little boy for his Pokemon cards. And how sad is that? Just tragic. But that was in the national news, you know, when that happened. And somebody's just moving their trailer in. We're gonna go right here, but if you went left instead of turning right, down there I believe is where that happened, or at least that's what I've always heard where it happened. Okay, enough of that. We'll only talk about good things from here on out, or as good of things as we can talk about. So this is just, you know, miles and miles of homes. And like I said, it goes from Highway 315 to where we started this video all the way down to Highway 20, and that's a good distance. So if you were looking to live in Interlachen, this would be a good place to look and see what you could find. There's a lady walking her dog, and probably see a lot of Trump stuff out here. Or they used to. I mean, I remember when after the election people took down their signs, but now people just leave them up. So, and somebody's got a big pile of garbage. That's interesting. And this is Church Lane Drive right here, and there is a nice lake coming up right here. This is a public beach. I don't know if you can see that, but they have, you know, their whole list of rules and everything. And you know, I'm sure they got a video camera out here because Big Brother's watching somewhere. Oh, there's some kids sitting over there wondering what the heck I'm doing. Alright, I guess we'll back out of here and continue our drive out of here. Oh, don't get stuck in that sugar dirt. There's a big soft patch of sugar dirt right here, and this car would probably get stuck very easily. I'd have to call Bigfoot to come and pull us out. But that is a nice pretty view right there, ain't it? Got a little bit longer of a view of it than I was expecting, but that's traffic. And that lake also, there's another twin lake on the other side, which is cool, but I can't show you that because my girlfriend don't want to be on film. But she's so pretty, and I can't understand why. It's like, she's so pretty and I can't show her. Alright, so we're not even halfway through the Lake Estates yet. This is going to be a long video, so it's one of them videos, if you make it to the end, you are a champion. But it's pretty out here, even aside from the lakes. It's lots of trees and everything else. It's really pretty. So I'm down to 2 bars on my camera. I just hope it'll make it all the way through. This is going to take me probably hours to upload too, because I realized that once I got a high definition camera, it takes high definition videos longer to upload, because my other camera just, you know, I could upload a 20-minute video in like 5 minutes, but I didn't know any better. So, and now I do know that the higher quality your video, the longer it takes to upload. But I know people like these longer videos. I like them. I love watching a long video on YouTube. And it's one of my favorite things to do at night when I'm going to sleep. Put on a video. I mean, this right here is a cure for insomnia. You got trouble going to sleep at night, just put my video on and, you know, conk out. Allow me to be the voice that lulls you to sleep. Giggle pants again over there laughing. What in the world? Looked like Snidely, that dog from that cartoon, holding her mouth and laughing. You know what you laughing at? I'm probably the coolest person you know. Don't know why you'd even bother laughing. That's makes no sense. And another national news story happened somewhere around here. Some dogs attacked a postal worker, and I think the postal worker died. And again, I said I wasn't going to talk about any kind of stuff like that, but it was a national news story, so you're seeing the area where that happened. If you remember that story from, what was that, a year ago? Probably about a year ago. I know it was no longer than 2 years ago. Okay, we're now getting down towards the end of the Lake Estates tour. You see they built some nice houses out here. This used to be all just mobile homes, but people have started building houses out here. Some of them are pretty nice. We'll go down and we'll show you the other side of Lake Ida. We can't really show you Lake Ida from Highway 20 because of, like I said, all the trees and houses are in the way, and you can only catch little glimpses of it. So right up here is the Highway 20 Exxon station, which is at the entrance to the Lake Estates. And like I said, there's an Exxon station at either entrance, so they got you covered coming or going from the Lake Estates. And that is not a roadblock, that is a broken down car that's been there forever. So I don't know, they may repair that one day, who knows. And we're going to go into the sun here for just a little bit, and you can see that dirty windshield. And we're just going to drive through here, and we're just going to see, you know, take a quick look at Lake Ida. I did make a video at Lake Ida on their public boat ramp when I first got this camera, testing out the camera. But we'll drive down a little further and maybe show a little more of the lake. Although I really don't know my way around out here, and I don't want to get lost out here, so we'll just do a little bit. Right about here, I was so impressed that with this camera and how the image looked on my viewfinder screen. And the cheap camera that I had, the viewfinder screen, I mean, it even looked kind of blurry on the viewfinder screen, so it was impressive to get this camera in my hands. The audio on this camera is not great though, the Sony Handycam. I wish it was a little better, and it also does not have a thing for an external mic, just like my cheap camera didn't have any place to put an external mic. Anyway, coming back, when we turn around, we're going to turn around up here and go back, I'll be able to point over at the lakeside a little better. So I know you're being lulled to sleep right now. Look at this house. That is a nice house coming straight in front of us, and it's right there on the water. And that is just a nice looking house. I bet you that's expensive. So we're going to go ahead and turn around up here, because this turns into a dirt road, and I don't really want to take this car on a dirt road because I don't think it would make it. So we're just going to turn around and go back the way we came until we get to the Lake Estates exit on Highway 20, but I'll be able to show you this side where the water is. And it, like I said, it's a nice late afternoon, early evening. And And man, that house is nice. Would love to have that house. Or the money it would require to get that house. But yeah, look at that lake. Ain't that pretty? That is a very pretty lake. That's a cool house. That looks like a 80s kind of design. So you can see out here around the lake, it kind of stops with the mobile homes and it starts becoming nice houses. It's a nice RV right there. Nice Class A RV. And here's a man out doing some yard work. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Villages, a little town in Florida where they drive golf carts around, but we're starting to get that in Interlachen. There's a lot of people out driving golf carts around, which I think is cool. I'd love to have a golf cart just to drive around, go to the dang store in. And that was the Lake Ida public boat ramp. They're building a nice house right there. I mean, these are houses for people with money. There's a much smaller house on the lake. And fortunately you can't see the lake here because of all the trees. It's a nice house with a 2-car garage. Another nice pretty little house. And we're away from the lake and back to mobile home. We are going to, I'll just show you the drive up to Highway 20 to the other Exxon station. And you will see both Exxons. As they have a Exxon station at both entrances and exits of the lake estates. And somebody there is selling some jumbo shrimp. And we go from Exxon to Exxon here, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a little different than what I normally make, but or is it really? Alright then, thanks for watching everybody, and we will see you next time.